Hey, what's going on guys, Fred's Take Up here, and this is the Samsung Galaxy A31, a successor to the Samsung Galaxy A30s, which itself was an impressive mid-range device from Samsung. It ranked among the largest selling devices from Samsung last year, and that makes it an important device for Samsung. So the A31 here promised to improve upon where the A30s left off. So in today's video, I'm going to review it and share my experience with you guys, so to help you make that purchase decision. But before we begin, please kindly hit on that subscribe button to join this awesome family and turn on your post notifications so you get alerted when I post a new video. Spoiler alert, I genuinely love the Samsung Galaxy A31 and I think it is one of the best devices you can buy today at a price well below 100,000 naira. But it has one big issue. Just keep on watching the video to find out what the issue is. Okay, first let me start with the display. The 6.4-inch display on the Samsung Galaxy A31 offers the best display in this price category. It uses the tested and trusted Samsung AMOLED display that delivers above 500 levels of peak brightness. That's the A31 pushing boundaries with the display brightness, which makes it a much better device to use outdoors. The 1080p display here is very sharp with super rich contrast and saturated colors. Watching YouTube videos and playing games on this device is very pleasing. There is an option to switch to night mode, and when you do that, you will even appreciate it more. The black appears black and all the colors popped even more. The devices that compete in this segment uses an IPS display, which is not a bad thing in any way, but when you consider the comparable cost and where value is, then the A31 easily sweep away the competition. If you are a type that prioritizes good display on a smartphone before anything else, then the A31 should be on the top of your shopping list. When it comes to looks and feel, aka design and build quality, there is nothing too striking or surprising here. It is made from plastic, which Samsung calls plastic. The color I have here is called Prism Crush White, and it just looks beautiful. It is similar to what we had on the A30s from last year. If you'd like to see a comparison video between the two devices, let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. In my opinion, I would say the material of choice here isn't a bad thing at all. It looks good and super attractive. It carries that 2020 vibe to it, especially from the camera arrangement behind. Apart from the Infinity U notch on top of the display, which makes it look like a 2019 device, the A31 is just a nice little device. It weighs about 185 grams and I like how compact and sturdy it feels. It has that premium feel, which is what you expect from this type of device. So when it comes to design and build quality, the A31 looks okay. On the right side of the device, we've got the power button and the volume rocker keys. To the left, we've got an unusual looking SIM tray that can fit a dual nano SIM and a micro SD card all at once. At the bottom, we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, a noise cancelling microphone, a USB Type-C charging port, and the speaker grill. On top houses another microphone. Moving on to the rear, we have a quad camera setup which comprises of a 48MP main sensor, an 8MP ultra-wide camera, a 5MP macro lens, and a 5MP depth camera. Speaking of the camera, the A31 is surprisingly amazing. It takes stunning photos, especially when the lighting condition is good. When the lighting condition is bad, you might get some mixed results, but when the lighting condition is good, you're going to get sharp and defined details with pretty accurate colors. High dynamic range looks good and the overall image looks bright and sharp. There is no dedicated mode to switch to a 48MP mode as you would find on most devices in this category, but that didn't stop the A31 from delivering well saturated images with punchy colors. As a mid-range device, you don't expect it to be like the flagship models, alright? There are some trade-offs to be made in certain areas to be able to achieve something like this at this price point. When it comes to portrait shots, they are very okay, and I like the fact that it's been able to handle edge detection well enough, and I am pleased with the result here. The ultra wide angle camera does a pretty decent job as well. The image from it is decent with good amount of details, and it is pleasing, though it might struggle a little bit in low lighting condition. The macro camera takes decent images as well, and I like how it can maintain good details with its macro shots. Selfie on the other hand is quite decent as well. It is sharp with good details, and the overall image quality is what you will expect from this type of device. The selfie portrait is impressive as well, and I will say I am very impressed with the results here. The rear camera shoots video in 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second, and it looks very okay, though the footage looks shaky due to the lack of video stabilization. Hello guys, so this is the front video camera test on the Samsung Galaxy A31, and as you can see here, I think it looks okay. It looks good. What do you guys think? I like the skin tone here. I like the color reproduction as well. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. Alright, so the Samsung Galaxy A31 comes with Helio P65 octa-core CPU from MediaTek, which I find to be decent enough, and it can even trade blows with its bigger brother, which is the Samsung Galaxy A51. Speaking of the A51, I made a detailed review on it, so if you haven't seen the video yet, I'll leave a link in the description box below. The A31 comes with a 4GB of RAM and a 128GB of internal storage. You get a massive 5000 mAh battery that is very impressive, but more about that in a second. The A31 comes with a custom skin from Samsung, which is One UI version 2.1 on top of the latest Android, which is version 10. Speaking of the UI, I must say it keeps on getting better and better as new iteration comes out. It is fluid and responsive. I like how clean the user interface looks. It comes with some bloatware, which some of them can be useful to some, but it is nowhere near what is found on most Chinese devices. Performance is great, and it can handle your basic tasks with ease as long as you don't have too many background apps running. But hold on, it doesn't mean it is completely lag free. If you have too many background apps running, you will notice a hit in performance immediately. Speaking of lags, the Samsung Galaxy A31 has one big issue which made me begin to dislike it. The in-display fingerprint scanner is a nice thing to have or to brag about on a modern smartphone. However, my experience with it was a nightmare on this device. 90% of the time it doesn't work no matter what I tried. I know wet fingers can cause some issues, so I cleaned my fingers and I tried it again. It still did not work. I asked someone else to also try to see if it will work, yet it still did not work. I brought out the Samsung Galaxy A30s, which recently just received a software update to Android 10, and behold, the A30s worked just fine without any issues. During my continuous testing with the A31, I got a software update twice, and I was glad the update showed up because I thought that was going to put an end to this struggle, but behold and behold, that still did not fix the problem. 99% of the time the fingerprint scanner did not work for me, so it might be a problem with my device alone, right? Luckily for me, I met someone with a brand new Samsung Galaxy A31, and I asked the person if he has activated the fingerprint option on his device, and I was shocked when he told me he did not know the device comes with such functionality. So since I've been having issues with my unit, I was so eager to help him set up the fingerprint scanner, and behold, it was still having similar issues. The little difference was his device works most of the time, or let's say 30 to 40% of the time. At this point, I decided to give up on the fingerprint scanner and stick to the first unlock option alone. I know it is not as secure as the fingerprint scanner, but it is faster 90% of the time, and I find it to be more effective at this point. Please help me share this video. Hopefully Samsung gets to see it, and hopefully a software update could be released soon to fix this issue that is pulling this awesome device backward. So apart from the frustration that I got from the fingerprint scanner, the battery life on this device is super awesome. The 5000 mAh battery lasts forever. It can comfortably last for a full day and a half on a light to medium use. I watched tons of YouTube videos, played some games and some messing around with social media apps, and it still did not break a sweat. The 15-watt charger that comes with it makes life a little easier when it comes to filling the juice again. It took about 2 hours plus to charge from 0 to 100%, which is decent for a mid-range device with such amount of battery. So the A31 comes with a down-firing speaker, and with the help of a Dolby Atmos, it helps enhance the audio when using the earpiece and sometimes add little boost to the single speaker. It is not too loud, which would have been awesome, but it is decent enough for a single person listening. So in conclusion, I would say the A31 is shaping out to be one of the devices I would highly recommend you buy today. Apart from the frustration or issues that I got with the in-display fingerprint scanner and the lack of 4K in this price point, it is easily one of the best mid-range devices you can buy today. Performance is great, the camera is decent, the display is the best in its class, battery life is super impressive, and above all, you get the backup of a tech giant that will ensure at least 2 years software update cycle. And all of this comes at a price that is well reasonable enough. At 102,000 naira, I think it is very okay. Such flexibility can't be easily found elsewhere. So that is it from me, guys. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. Let me know if you're also having issues on your A31. Like and share this video, at least someone at Samsung may get to see it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted if there's any improvement. Bye bye.